So hello everyone. Today we are on day 23 of the 28-day gratitude challenge. So we just have about 5 odd days to go. So how are you all doing with all the exercises and how is it going for you? I really believe that your days are much more easier and smoother than it used to be before. Not because I'm saying that the situations are very happy and nice, because you have learned the art of navigating through the situations. So today in the morning, while as I always do, I was just getting a sense, getting an awareness of what is it that I want to discuss with each one of you. What is it that will contribute to you and your life, and what is it that will help you implement? It's like help you when you implement it in your life drastically. So there is something that's been happening commonly to each one of us, okay? And I would like to just tell you a very cliched quote that change is the only constant. So when we talk about change, okay, what are the emotions that come up to you? We have never noticed that. We have never noticed about the emotions. We have only noticed that there is something uneasy that happens, okay? So today we are going to address change, what it does to us, and how beautiful and magical it can be. Because change is such a thing that none of us can escape, not even one, okay? Nobody can escape change. No species can escape change. We all have to accept it. So now when I say that we all have to accept it, I am not talking from a philosophical angle that you have to accept it and do nothing about it. Change itself is something that is dynamic. Dynamic is like, if you have had a little bit of knowledge or base of physics, you know that something that is static is in one place, something that is always moving and changing is dynamic. So change is dynamic. It will always be. But still, we resist change. We react to change. We do not like it, even if we ourselves have asked for the change. So I will just tell you a brief history about how change is and what it does to our body. Okay. So when we were in the primitive stage, it's like the ape man and the stone age man at that time. Okay, change was perceived as threat. That's how it is imbibed in our DNAs, because we are a result of their evolution. We come from the Stone Age to the Neanderthals, to the Sapiens, and to the Homo sapiens. That's a little bit of history for you. So we have evolved. But what happens is our brain perceives change as a threat. It does not see change as easy. So for your brain, okay, anything that is out of your comfort zone, anything that is unknown is always threat, and threat equals to pain. So whenever you are in change or whenever you are in any kind of transition, your brain reacts as if you are having a physical body pain. That is the severe reaction of your brain to the change. So it's very natural for you to feel a resistance. It's very natural for you to react to change. But what do we do with it? Okay, so now from the time the year has begun, something or the other has been changing for each one of you, and changing so drastically. And we all, like globally, we are in a situation of pandemic. So nothing is like what it is used to be before, and nothing is going to be like how it was used to before. Okay, we are not going back to any normal. So wherever you have decided that you can tag things at normal, okay, that because we want to feel comfortable, that's how we even use this terminology about normal, that new normal, old normal. Nothing is normal. It is a transition. It is a phase that globally each one is going through. Now, how you handle it entirely depends on you. Okay, and we here, I and Michelle, come here every day to share some of the tools with you to make it easy for you. So whenever you are in a phase of change, as I explained, your brain actually reacts as if it is having a physical pain. Okay, and as we had seen a couple of videos earlier, where I have told you that whenever you're in change and whenever you feel threat, you will secrete the hormone called as the stress hormone, which is called as cortisol. So what happens is, even change can have a physical reaction in your body. So change, stress, anxiety, okay, the negative emotions all have an impact on your body. All have the same kind of similar impacts in your body, that you have palpitations, you may shoot up with high blood pressure, because these are unpleasant things that your brain is handling. Your brain does not want to handle it. We are used to be safe. So one question for each one of you: who told you change is unsafe? Or where have you learned that change is unsafe? Who has told you, or what have you experienced that change is uncomfortable? Every time we associate change with an unpleasant experience in our life. Change is just a choice, okay? Like, as we make so many choices of what to eat, what to cook, what to wear, whom to talk to, where to go, what to buy, change is also that. So if you take change in that stride, you will be able to cope up with it easily. And there are stages of change, which, as I said, first it will bring you a lot of resistance, then a little bit, because the situation is going through a transition, you will start bargaining. Okay, that should I do this, should I do that, is it useful, is it not useful? And then is last the output. The output is your reaction or your response to change. So if you choose to react, you may not take it easily. It will be difficult for you. Rather, I would reframe it and say, you will make it difficult for you. And if you stride through the transition, you will make it a smooth ride. So this is also your choice. This is entirely your choice of how you choose to behave when there's a change. What do you choose to do when there's a change? So now, why am I talking to you about change in the gratitude series? So here is one very, very short story that I want to tell you. So there was a man who was taken away into the Nazi camps, concentration camps, and his family was left separated. They were separated. So he had his wife, his unborn child, his brother, and his mother. Okay, and he was taken away to work in the Nazi concentration camps. And then after 3 years, somehow after 3 years, he comes back to his village. He comes back to the place where they stayed. And on coming back, he finds out, to his horror and shock, that all of his family were killed. Not even one person was living. Now, is that a pleasant change? Not at all. It's horrific. He sat there broken. He sat there devastated of what means, was he directly responsible? No. He was a result of somebody else's choice. He sat there for a day or two, trying to cope up and trying to bargain with himself that why did this happen to me? I should have done this, I should have done that, something good might happen. Then after 2 days, okay, he started thinking that what am I doing here? What is this? He started questioning his own actions. He started questioning his thoughts, because he himself couldn't stay in his negative thoughts. He himself started feeling uneasy of the negative thoughts that he is thinking. And then suddenly another bright thought came to him when he started just looking at his body. He said, I am healthy. I am happy. He was standing in his own feet. He had 2 hands. And suddenly a surge of new ray of hope started filling his body and his soul and his heart, thinking that he is alive. Whether he was in the concentration camp or wherever he was, he got a chance to be alive. And he said, I can always meet new friends. I can always meet new people. I can always see new patients. I can always treat new people. I can always have a new life. I can restart. So at any given point in time, dear friends who are listening to me, you have the choice to restart your life. Restarting is not bad. Restarting your life does not have to be drastic, and it does not have to be this example that I gave you. I on purpose gave you an extreme example for you to see in your own life that you are so fortunate. So what changed? That man did not know that technically this is gratitude and this is happiness and this, it just came to him. So now, since you all are in the gratitude series, you know so many different tools of practices which Michelle and I have given to you over the last 22 days. Pick whichever one is favorite to you. Pick any one, okay? Or else you can do what I am going to teach you today. So it's your choice. We just want you to do something with your life that makes you happier, because you being happier will change the world, because you being happy will emit positive and happy vibes, and that in turn will change the situation and atmosphere around you, and that will change. So we, this situation, okay, require this kind of change. We need literally a pandemic of happiness, no matter what the situation is. But being happy and being in gratitude is always, always, always a choice. So then, for you today, okay, the task for you today, if any one of you are going through change or you have been going through change, write down all the things. It may be one thing, it may be 10 things. Write down each point. And why I always say write down, because when you write down, you are giving your brain the chance to reflect over it. You are reading your own words, that what have you written, what is it that you feel, and this is only for you. So be as honest as possible. Have you lately gone through any change, or are you preparing for a transition? Write it down. Second part, write down how you feel about it. Write down how you feel about this change. And the truth, is this change making you fearful? Is this change making you frustrated or angry? Or is this change making you feel uncertain? That's the most common thing. And if it is making you any of this, very good, you have a chance to change it. Then third, okay, write down that what are you grateful for today? What are the benefits that you have today? Even that you woke up in the morning, okay, and you are with your family, you are with your friends, be grateful for that. So one, you have a list of change and what uncomfortable or uneasiness it is bringing. Immediately on the other side, write down the things that you're grateful for. And as you keep writing them down, you will come to a point where you will start seeing the positive side of change. Now, I am not forcing things on you, but this is how it is, because if you want to have that change to be fruitful to you, you have to have a change or a shift in your point of view. You have to go into the ease of things. I am not saying it will be easy, but I will say that it will be ease, okay? It will bring in ease in your life. So this is my task that I have given to you today, that I'll summarize it. Write down everything that you are going through right now, or you have just been through change, and even if it's difficult, it's uncomfortable, write down how it is making you feel, and then write down the things that you are grateful for during these times, and weigh the options. I know the gratitude side will win any day. Okay, I bet to all of you that that side which you have written about the things that you're grateful for will always, always win. And that is the only point, the only transition point that you need right now. So here's wishing you a lot of love and gratitude from me. And I, Natasha, will sign off for today, and I will see you soon. Thank you.